learn from lessons done in the past. And I just wanted to give her the best chance to settle in and see what happened, actually, many of the adults. And that's where the a bit of the disconnects happening is if those adults, royal insiders, are buzzing after Prince William reportedly dropped a bombshell about Queen Camilla that no one saw coming. The alleged announcement has stunned. Palace staff divided the monarchy and left the public reeling. Could this change everything for the crown? Stay tuned as we uncover the shocking details behind palace doors. Not everything glitters. While the world admired the public poise of the royals, an invisible strain had long simmered between Prince William and Queen Camilla. This wasn't just palace gossip, it was rooted in years of emotional scars, most of which trace back to one person, Princess Diana William as a young boy. Witnessed moments no child should he saw his mother face. Disappointment, loneliness, and relentless public judgment, often smiling through silent pain as her marriage unraveled. So did William's childhood innocence. The presence of Camilla in his father's life wasn't just unwelcome, it was a wound. Though time marched on and roles changed, the emotional weight never truly lifted. William grew into a man of duty, but his memory of that painful chapter remained clear, absolutely willingly. And as that time comes, I'll be the first person to put my hand up and take it on. And now, as Queen Camilla assumes a central role in the monarchy, many wonder, has William truly moved on? Or has he just been waiting for the right moment to act? Camilla's journey to becoming queen consort wasn't paved in gold. It was carved through resistance, once seen as the background figure in a royal love triangle. Her rise wasn't simply about marriage, it was about transformation, from whispers of controversy to formal recognition. Camilla's public role has drastically shifted over time. She went from being scrutinized to being seen alongside King Charles in official events, subtly gaining prominence. The late Queen Elizabeth's decision to bestow her the title of Queen Consort marked a major milestone, a symbolic acceptance from the crown itself. But that acceptance wasn't unanimous. Public still carried mixed feelings, and inside the royal circle, there were murmurs of concern. Camilla had changed her public image, no doubt, but what remained unclear was the extent of her influence behind the scenes. And Zara, or Peter and I, managed to herd Zara into a lamppost with titles and responsibilities. Evolving questions began to surface. Was Camilla's rise about duty, or something more? And as her presence grew, so did the quiet resistance from those closest to the throne. The first meeting between Prince William and Camilla in 1998 was anything but warm. Still grieving the loss of his mother, William was cautious, guarded. Camilla, according to reports, was visibly nervous. Her hands reportedly shook. It was a meeting heavy with unspoken emotion. Far from a friendly introduction, the relationship didn't blossom overnight for William. The wounds from his parents' separation were still fresh. Seeing the woman often linked to that pain, now stepping into his life, added layers of discomfort. Though both parties made efforts to bridge the distance, something always lingered years later. Insiders claim the two developed a functional relationship, but behind the polite smiles and public appearances, the connection lacked. It wasn't hatred, but it wasn't warmth either. It was more like quiet diplomacy. Even now, the bond remains a symbol of unresolved history, and in a family where appearances are everything. What happens when personal truths start pressing against public roles? Camilla's biggest challenge wasn't the media, it was the family. William and Harry, fiercely protective of their mother's legacy, weren't quick to open their hearts. They didn't just see Camilla as their father's partner, they saw her as a reminder of what once tore their family apart. Over the years, efforts were made to normalize their connection, but cracks were hard to hide. Allegations surfaced that Camilla had quietly shared personal stories with the press, possibly to shape her public image, whether true or not. The damage was done. Trust already fragile weakened, further sources claimed. The princess felt guarded, unable to be fully themselves around her. That gap, emotional and symbolic, remained even as time passed. Despite public smiles and formal appearances, the walls never truly came down in a family built on tradition and structure. Emotional acceptance often takes the longest. For Camilla, winning over the public may have been easier than earning trust from within. With Camilla's new title came fresh scrutiny, not just toward her, but toward her family. The monarchy has long drawn a firm line between royals by blood and extended family, but whispers suggested Camilla was quietly testing that boundary. Reports claimed she tried integrating her son Tom Parker Bowles into royal events. One event in particular, The traditional Sandringham Christmas walk sparked intense debate. That walk had always been reserved for senior blood relatives. Camilla's alleged request for Tom to join was reportedly blocked by Prince William himself, but it didn't stop there. William also removed Camilla's sister from a long-held estate position once he inherited the Duchy of Cornwall. It wasn't just about protocol, it seemed deeply personal. These moves signaled something more. William was actively reshaping the structure around him. Whether out of duty frustration or a desire to preserve his mother's legacy, he was no longer playing quietly. The royal code had been challenged, and William was taking steps to defend it, according to royal insiders. Prince William reached a turning point, one watching Camilla's growing influence, and her alleged attempts to pull her family closer to the throne reportedly pushed him to act, sources say. William began working behind the scenes to limit her reach quietly, strategically. He made moves to protect the monarchy's structure, and perhaps more importantly, his mother's memory by reversing certain appointments and speaking up about royal protocol. William made one thing clear. Not everyone could rewrite the royal script for William. This wasn't just palace politics, it was personal. He was taking a stand not against a stepmother, but for the institution he's destined to lead and for the mother whose influence he still honors. The royal household, usually steeped in silence, now faced a new dynamic one where Prince William wasn't just observing. He was leading, and with each move it seemed the stage was being set for a new kind of monarchy, one built on remembrance, reform, and resolve. While Prince William moved to guard the monarchy's traditions, Camilla's strategy appeared far more subtle. Rumors circulated that she had her own vision for the future, one that included her family's presence in key royal moments. One whisper stirred speculation, an alleged attempt to build connections between her granddaughter and Prince George. Whether symbolic or serious, the move raised eyebrows. Is this an innocent gesture or a long-term plan to weave her legacy deeper into the royal fabric? Though nothing has been confirmed publicly, the growing perception is clear. Camilla may not be content with the ceremony. Her quiet resilience over the years has proven that she knows how to play the long game, but Prince William's actions suggest he's watching closely. Any shift in balance is likely to be met with measured resistance. For now, the strategy from both sides remains behind closed doors. But as power continues to shift inside the palace, so does the silent competition for legacy and influence. The crown isn't just a symbol, it's a system, and right now that system is at a turning point. As King Charles takes on the responsibilities of the throne, concerns about the direction of the monarchy have quietly intensified. Some insiders suggest that Prince William, by stepping into key decisions and limiting certain influences, is preparing to take on a more central role, possibly sooner than expected. With growing public support and a strong reputation, he's seen as the royal, who could modernize the institution without losing its essence. On the other hand, Camilla's steady rise has added new complexity. Her presence, once controversial, is now part of the royal identity, but with it comes ongoing tension. It's a quiet tug-of-war between old wounds and new realities. And with tradition on one side and ambition on the other, the crown may be entering one of its most defining eras. The question is, who will shape what comes next? While official statements remain polite and diplomatic, insiders believe the rivalry between Prince William and Queen Camilla is far from over. Their approaches couldn't be more different. William acting publicly with subtle firmness, Camilla quietly advancing her influence. This silent war, fought through appointments, traditions, and family roles, is reshaping the royal structure. In real time, each move is calculated, each decision signals intent, and while both remain loyal to the crown, their visions for its future appear to diverge. William is rooted in preserving what his mother stood for: duty, honor, and simplicity. Camilla, meanwhile, seems focused on ensuring her own legacy and her family's rightful place. The palace may seem calm, but behind its walls, every step is measured and every gesture has meaning. As William prepares for his eventual role as king, this quiet battle for direction and identity will likely continue to shape the monarchy's future in ways few could have predicted. This isn't just about titles or tradition, it's about legacy. Prince William's rumored moves signal more than personal boundaries. They reflect a larger desire to preserve the values he believes the crown should represent. In many ways, he's fighting not against someone, but for something now. We want to hear from you. Do you believe Prince William is right to protect the monarchy's boundaries? Or is Queen Camilla simply claiming her rightful space? Share your thoughts below.